Phytonutrient Spotlight, sulforaphane, what it is, where you can get it, as well as who it might be for, who it's not for, what are the benefits. Let's talk all about it, including the practical, applicable stuff to your life. Hello, I'm Taylor. I'm one of the registered dietitians, certified diabetes educators with a master's in health education, and I'm on the Diet versus Disease team. We are a global gut health specialist team that focuses on dietitian, gut-directed hypnotherapy, counseling, and more. All the important pieces to help you poop better. Let's be honest, no more diarrhea, no more constipation, and let's help improve bloating, indigestion, all of those pieces as well, and increase your overall health and wellness. Okay, now for the main event, sulforaphane. What is it? Sulforaphane is a phytonutrient, so ultimately a nutrient found in food. Phytonutrient is just a fancy word for that. Found in different plant foods, I should say, and it is a great antioxidant. It helps with a lot of anti-inflammatory actions, very similar to the process associated with curcumin. However, it also has a lot of other cardiovascular benefits that we are seeing in some research. It's important to note that with a lot of research, it is tough to always have a black and white sulforaphane equals improvement in, say, XYZ, because every time we increase something, we see a decrease or a ripple effect of how it impacts other actions and behaviors and intake in our life. So we might see an increase in vegetables and a decrease in other foods or options, or we might see other changes in our lifestyle. And that can sometimes make these studies a little bit hard to analyze or interpret, especially human-based studies. Now, lab-based studies, we can definitely see some of those antioxidant benefits as well. So sulforaphane in a food bound, so when it's in that cruciferous vegetable such as broccoli or broccoli sprouts, it's actually going to be called a glycoside or glucoraphanin because it is bound to a sugar molecule. But don't worry, we can still digest and absorb the good benefits. So what are the best ways we can absorb this? Light heat on broccoli can actually help denature some of what it's kind of bound within to help us absorb it better. But excessive heat will actually completely destroy the sulforaphane. So optimally, we're just lightly cooking until we can reach that kind of optimal range. Again, we don't have to hyper focus on this, but just some things to think about. If we are cooking it and boiling it right down, then we're not gonna get some of the benefits as if we lightly steamed or sauteed a little bit as well. I should actually give you an example. So for example, if we microwave broccoli at 3 minutes in an 800-watt microwave with about 150 milliliters of water, we're depleting sulforaphane significantly. But if we heat it or microwave it for a minute, we're actually maximizing that formation and then ability to absorb it as well. So we don't want to deplete it or cook it above that 1 minute. Or, well, I guess we could, but then we start to deplete some of that benefit of that nutrient. It's important to note that every time we heat or eat vegetables raw versus cooked, we're getting different fibers, different nutrients become available, and that's okay. And that's also part of why we often really emphasize that variety within our eating. Okay, so cooking process can impact food and the delivery of that nutrient, but once it's in our body's digestion also impacts its ability to utilize these nutrients. So there's a few different processes our body can digest and absorb. One is through our gut microbiota, so having a good, healthy gut microbiome, our specialty, but also there are enzymes, and also having a good microbiome helps with proper enzymatic functions or functions of our enzymes. So these enzymes break down the sulforaphane so we can absorb it and utilize the nutrient better as well. And one way we can actually get some more of this enzyme or help with this breakdown and absorption is through mustard seed. So if you like mustard or even mustard seed, cooking a little bit of broccoli with that, or broccoli sprouts with that mustard seed is going to really help increase that absorption of that nutrient and antioxidant as well. Okay, so some of the science, really cool stuff in my opinion, my biased opinion, but why might we want to consume sulforaphane? It can have good cardiovascular benefits, so it helps protect our heart. It also can have or help support blood sugar management. So if you have diabetes or fluctuating blood sugars, it can help there, both management but also prevention. It can help with our overall brain health as well as cognitive, so brain and cognitive health as well, so the functioning of our brain. It also can help with reducing inflammation and different inflammatory chronic conditions as well. And there are some studies that say it can help with constipation management. It has a little bit of antimicrobial capacities in some studies as well. This doesn't mean it's for everybody though. So who is it not for? This may not be for somebody who has, say, a sulfur SIBO. So there are H2S SIBO, which is a hydrogen sulfide bacterial overgrowth. In some of their treatment plans for these individuals, we reduce sulfur-containing foods to help with symptom management. Again, not everybody has this, but it is something for us to be aware of. It also might not be for anybody with medications or supplements that interact. And actually, there is a interaction with curcumin, and it can be synergistic, but it can also sometimes be negative depending on the person and what compounds you're maybe consuming or your overall health profile as well. Before I forget, this is also not for individuals who are on medications that those medications are processed or converted within our liver. And so that's where you can definitely double check with your pharmacist if there's an interaction with sulforaphane. It's a specific CYP1A2 pathway that would be tied up within the digestion of this compound as well. So I wouldn't want you to be taking this if you have some liver conditions as well, or any of those medications that utilize that pathway. And then, of course, because digestion is one of the areas that I love to work within, more does not mean better. For some individuals, supplement forms of sulforaphane can lead to nausea, bloating, gas, especially smelly gas because of the sulfur content, as well as diarrhea or constipation. And I know that can sometimes feel conflicting because there is some evidence that it can help support constipation. That's where trial and error and finding the pieces that work for you individually is so important, as well as trying things one at a time. Sometimes when people want to feel better, I hear you, I've been there, but adding in 17 different supplements and changing everything all at once makes it really hard to evaluate what's working and what's not. Doing so strategically really helps manage what factors are going to be most helpful for you given your overall gut microbiome. Anyhow, sulforaphane, something that might be a good fit for you to help manage your overall health, reduce potential cardiac risk and risk of any neurological aging, as well as actually can also help with prevention of skin aging in some studies as well. If you liked this, please tag a friend in it, send it on, save it, share it, like it. We love it all. And if you're looking for a fun resource, feel free to check the caption to see if we have a little goodie for you and comment below.